But first, thousands marched through East San Antonio in the country's largest march to remember Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. But a San Antonio statue to honor the civil rights leader is causing controversy tonight.
An online protest even calls this statue an embarrassment, and organizers say they want it replaced.
Eyewitness News reporter Henry Ramos joins us live at the statue on the east side. And Henry, the statue doesn't even really look like Dr. King, does it?
Well, Jeff and Deborah, an organizer behind this move, says from a distance, the statue right behind me, no, it doesn't. And he believes it looks more like Mr. Potato Head. In his opinion, he believes San Antonio needs much more of a grand statue. Just in fact, Cody Crislip says San Antonio is home to the largest MLK march in the country. He says there should be a statue just as big. Crislip is part of a group calling to replace the I Have a Dream memorial statue located at the intersection of East Houston and North New Braunfels. He says the city needs something more prominent, depicting a more accurate likeness of Dr. King. We also spoke with a longtime resident here of San Antonio who was at the march today. Maria Williams stopped by the memorial here this evening. She was also here when it was unveiled in 1981. Williams says the statue has been the talk of the community before. She believes it is in a good location, but says change isn't so much a bad idea.
I don't think the features are the features of Dr. King. A man with a mustache, the holding of the Bible, and in stance at preaching. I think he's even much more than that. You know, we have to remember the man and not just the activist.
Now, what this monument or statue would look like if replaced is yet to be determined. Crislip and Williams do agree it needs to look more like Dr. King. Crislip adds he would like an African-American sculptor to do the work. Now, he says this idea is just in the beginning stages. He says him and his group will continue to get feedback from people all over San Antonio. And once they get that feedback, they're going to go straight to the city as well as the MLK Jr. Commission to give them their results. Live in the city's east side, Henry Ramos, KENS 5 Eyewitness News.